Okay, so I've been making statements the past couple days that have not been reported, but I have confirmation for you. It's from Digital. The link is below. Check out the article. It's the best article currently on the Nikon D850. There's a question and answer in Japan from Nikon head honchos and engineers. Nikon is going to continue to make the Nikon D810 as they have stated. I've been stating that since it is backside illumination sensor technology, which is Nikon's first camera to use backside illumination, that it will A, have better dynamic range than the Nikon D810, and B, have better low light performance than even the already crazy Nikon D500. All of that is now confirmed. And this is from, check the article, you can see the four guys at the top. These are from Nikon engineers and marketers. Let's see. Here we go. This is a very interesting fact. Sample ISO on the Nikon D810. Trial, let's see, D850 native ISO at 25,600 should deliver the same image quality of the Nikon D810 at 12,800. That's a very significant improvement. I basically told you it'd be a stop and 2/3 average better dynamic range. And that's really important for two reasons. Importantly, this is the exact same pixel pitch as the Nikon D500. However, it is a completely different sensor. Something that has smaller eyeballs or photo sites on it, if it was the same sensor, would have worse performance. Now, a camera is not just a sensor. We actually have 80 converters and SNR firmware for image processing. Actually, noise at high ISO has certain frequencies which can be dialed out. But it is the case that if it were a normal conventional sensor, this is the exact same pixel pitch as the Nikon D500, would have inferior signal-to-noise ratio, inferior dynamic range, and inferior, well, actually it wouldn't be inferior to the Nikon D500, it would be inferior in general, but it is, since a backside illuminated sensor, it is superior. So you actually have your cake and eating it too. The other information on this is further on in the article. Like I said, click the link below. D850's low light performance, yada yada, similar raw files, 12-bit depth compressed. Check out the article, but the main 2 points are that it is confirmed what I said from the Nikon techs, that they're comparing this against their own Nikon D810. D850 raw capture, D810 ISO compared, yeah, expect, here we go. Excuse me for that. I should have underlined it, right? I'm at fault. Nikon told us to expect at least a full stop of improvement in image quality at higher ISOs compared to that of the Nikon D810. It should be a stop and 2/3 actually, so they're being conservative. That depends on the shot that's actually being taken and how close you are to actually blowing out your speculars and what it is you're actually exposing for. So we can say a stop and 1/3 on average, but a maximum stop and 2/3. So this has been confirmed by the Nikon technicians who are comparing the D850 against their own camera. These are the technicians in Japan on the question and answer at, I think it's called imagingresource.com. The link is below. Thanks to my buddy for dropping this to me. I've got a couple Nikon D850s, yeah, I said a couple of them, on pre-order. And I've also made other contingency plan to absolutely and unquestionably be one of the first people that gets dropped a Nikon D850. I have hedged my bets very heavily against getting one extremely fast. I was told something in confidential discussion with somebody that I wished I could tell you about the Nikon D850, but I made a solemn promise not to say it. But it is good news. And I wished I could tell you more, but I did make a promise, and I don't want to offend somebody that I really, really appreciate, so I'm not going to tell you what it is, but if anybody's interested in a D850, I've got confidential information that I can't tell you. I hate it when that happens because I actually, and that's not clickbait either. Anybody that says I say stuff like that for reasons of clickbait, you're an idiot. You're just flat out wrong. I never do that stuff. Never. I do make a lot of videos, and I did make some speculative videos. I said, listen, if I'm wrong, I'll catch a lot of hell on the electronic viewfinder / hybrid camera, but it was based upon information and Nikon's own patent technology. I'll gladly catch hell for that. I said I'll catch hell for that. So there it is. You know, if anybody else would like to make over 4,000 videos, I will error check them and see how high a percentage that they get. It won't be anything close to mine. So Nobody's perfect. I said I would catch hell for that, and I did. But everything I've been telling you on the improved dynamic range and improved low light performance on the Nikon D850 over that of not only the Nikon D810 in dynamic range, but above that also in the D500 for low light performance is confirmed by the technicians at Nikon in the question and answer session in Japan. Please click and read the article below, which is where this information is taken from. Thank you for the confirmation to the Nikon guys in Japan for what I've been saying, because there's been no confirmation until now, so it is confirmed, period. Thanks for watching. Hope you like these videos. You always make a small donation. You can tell me to jump off a cliff, whatever makes you happy, as long as I bring you information that is useful and timely. You know, when you're on the bleeding edge of information, sometimes you get cut. And I know that fact, so that is that. If anybody else would like to make over 4,000 videos, I will error check you, and we'll see how close you get. Bye.